Hey everybody, and welcome back to Inksploration. This is Whitney, and today we're going to check out Three Oysters Red Wine, which is a nice muted purple color. This is a pretty dry ink. The flow is good, but it's not overly saturated. The dry time is right around 30 seconds. The flow itself is pretty dry, so that makes it great for someone like me who takes a lot of small and fast notes, especially with a bullet journal. I drew inspiration for the drawing from the ink name, Red Wine. Wine has such a beautiful history and carries so much culture, and I wanted to portray it as something with a little bit more of an art or a background. The first phase of the drawing consisted of the ink splatter wine glass. So I used a plastic circle cut from a container to initially shape ink as it went down. I used a syringe to add some ink to the water and created a washed version of the color, which I put down carefully with a pipette. I took the syringe and then added some small shots of the undiluted ink to the lighter color. Once I did that, I removed the ring and played with the distribution of the ink and the water mixture. To pull up excess, I used either a Q-tip or I drew it up with a pipette. And then I took that pipette and I used it to gently pull ink from the bottom of the circle and down the center of the page, which created the stem of the glass. I let all of that dry and then came back later to do the rest of the drawing part. Once I returned to the drawing, I filled the negative space in the glass with a small scene of a vineyard. I first drew everything with the pen, then went back in with a brush and made a wash over the windmill, fields, mountain, and sky. The ink doesn't really shade. You either get the dark lines of the pen or you get a light pink from the wash with water. The washed ink doesn't really build well either, so I kind of went back after everything dried a second time and added some more lines with the pen. The color of the ink is actually really nice and it dries to a rosy color when it's pooled a little bit. It's a pretty muted color, and while it has sheen, it's not particularly standout. I really do like this color, but I probably would use it mostly for writing and less for something like this project. Thanks for joining me on this Inksploration. If you want to learn more, you can check out Three Oysters Red Wine at gouletpens.com. Right on!